Okay, so Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Today we will be reading a few verses from chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, and we will look at the meaning of these verses. So, basically, in these verses, Lord Krishna talks about what are the attributes of a person with a steady mind. So, there is question from Arjun. Basically, he asks, what are the attributes? And then Lord Krishna enumerates it in multiple verses. So let's read the first verse, which is from Arjun. That's a question. Arjun उवाच स्थित प्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्थस्य केशव स्थितधिः किं प्रभाषेत किमाशीत व्रजेत किम. Okay, so basically the gist of this verse is Arjun is asking what are the attributes of a person with a steady mind. So there are words in this verse like, how does he speak? What is his speech? How does he sit? How does he walk? So that is more to form the uh, verse, means give the poetic gist, to the verse. So in response to this, Lord Krishna enumerates the attributes of a person with a steady mind. So, Sri Bhagavan Vach प्रजहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते. So Lord Krishna says, one who gives up all his desire, okay, and whose mind stops wandering for different material objects, okay, and the one who is satisfied with himself is a person with a steady mind. Now, it's a state of mind. It's not that you stop working. Of course, we all have to work for money, for our livelihood and all. So, not having desire means making this kind of a state of mind wherein you are free from desire, not always thinking about, I should have this, I need that, you know. So, basically, this is a state of mind. So, once you reach this state of mind wherein you are not bothered by your needs. You don't have desire to accumulate material things. Hmm? And you learn to stay satisfied with yourself, within yourself. Okay, so you start looking inward rather than outward. Okay, outward material things that you see, those are always, you know, uh, uh, always causing desire inside you, desire to acquire that. Okay, and then then your misery starts. So once you start looking inside yourself and learn to stay satisfied and happy from within, rather than this being controlled by the outside material things, you become a person with a steady mind. Okay, so two things are there, two attributes that he has mentioned here, that give up all the desires and wandering of your mind. Second thing is be satisfied with yourself. And that will be possible when you start looking inward rather than outward. Okay, which is very distractive and which causes desire to acquire, you know, for our senses, for the entertainment of our senses, nothing more than that. Okay, so in this verse, these are the attributes that Lord Krishna talks about. Then he says, दुःखेषु अनुद्विग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहः वीतरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते. In this verse, he says, a person with a steady mind doesn't get agitated if he is in pain. Pain is there. Okay, pain, pleasure, it's part of life. Okay, we have acquired this physical body, so there will be pain. Hmm. Pain is there. Don't get agitated. Be, calm. Stay calm. So dukkheshu anudvignamana. Don't get agitated. In case of uh, uh, dukh. Dukh is dukh may be caused because of various reasons which are beyond your control. Okay, you may become sick. Okay, you may meet some accident. Okay, uh, you may become unhappy because you are not able to control the secretion of chemicals inside your body. Various hormones and all are there. Okay. But once you live in consciousness, you understand that this happens because, this body is made of material things. Okay. So there will be sometimes chemical secretions inside your body, hormonal secretion, and that will cause some pain, whether it is mental or physical. But don't get agitated. Okay. So dukkheshu anudvignamana sukhesu vigatspriya. Neither you should be very much attached to comfort. Okay. So, you should not be looking for comfort. And once you get the comfort, you become like, oh, I got it. No. Okay. Comfort has come. It's okay. Accept it. Huh. Don't desire for it and don't indulge in it. So in sorrow, don't get agitated. In case you are getting some happiness, pleasure, comfort, don't indulge in it. And then he says, Vitarag Bhaya Krodha Sthit Dvair Muni Ruchyate. Vitarag Bhaya Krodha. And you should be free from fear. Bhaya means fear. And anger. So freedom from anger and fear. So these are also attributes of a person with a steady mind. So what else? In this verse, he talks about don't get agitated in sorrow. Don't indulge you know, in or don't be desirous in comfort or happiness, hmm? And be free from bhaya, that is fear, and krodh, that is anger. So we saw some attributes in our earlier verse and in this verse. So these all together are the attributes of a person with a steady mind. And Lord Krishna doesn't stop here. He says, यह सर्वत्रान यह सर्वत्रान अभिस्नेहश तत तत प्राप्य शुभाशुभम नाभिनंदति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Okay, so this is the third verse wherein he is going to enumerate a few more attributes of person with a steady mind. Okay, यह सर्वत्रान अनभिस्नेहश, a person who doesn't have attachment with anyone. Okay. Now again, it is a state of mind. It doesn't mean that you don't care about your kid, your wife, or your friends and relatives. It's a state of mind. Okay. A person with a steady mind, you will not have attachment with anyone, because when you have attachment, something happens to he or she who you are attached to. It will cause a lot of misery in your mind. Okay. So this is another attribute of person with a steady mind. Okay. यह सर्वत्रान अनभिष्नेहश, no attachment with anyone. Okay. Without affection, no affection, no attachment. Okay. With anyone. यह सर्वत्रान अनभिष्नेहश tat tat प्राप्य शुभाशुभ. And whatever he gets, sometimes we will get failure, sometimes we will get success. Whatever he gets, satisfied with it. Tat tat prapya shubhashubham. Shubh means good, ashubh means bad. Okay, because you know we are not in control. Many times we do our best, but still we fail. So what should we become? We should become stressed or tensed or mad. No. Tat tat prapya shubhashubham. Good or bad, accept it. Understand. So yah sarvatran anbhishnehash. No affection for anyone, and whatever you get, it's okay. It will not make me happy or it will not make me sad. So that is what the steady mind is. Hmm? नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. And he is not appreciative or made mad about someone or something. For example, I am a professional. I have some colleague who is very smart. He can do things far better than I do. It's okay. It's okay. He has got this skill. That again, it's a physical property. Some people have uh, you know uh, processor which is weak. Some people have processor which is it's very good. Like take Abdul Kalam Azad, Einstein, Newton. Okay, it's okay. Newton, he was very smart. It's okay. We don't have to very much appreciate. Oh my goodness, Newton. No. So then your mind will become unstable, unsteady. Why my mind is not like Newton? My mind is not like Einstein. It's okay. Newton was there. That was also a material thing. Finish one day. It was like a illusion. No Newton, no Einstein. So, navi nandati na dvesti tasya pragya pratisthita. And he, neither is jealous of anyone, neither appreciative about anyone, nor jealous of anyone. Okay, so these are also the attributes of person with a steady mind. Okay, okay. He doesn't stop here. Now he is giving some suggestion how to achieve or inculcate these attributes. Okay, so this is the suggestion. यदा संहर्ते चायं कूर्मोऽङ्गानीव सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यस्तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Okay, so the sense objects always draws your senses towards it, and that causes misery for your mind. So what he is suggesting, look at tortoise. Tortoise will, whenever it senses some fear, it will pull all its limbs inside the shell, the cover that it has. Okay, so like tortoise, okay, your sense organ pull inside, start looking inside rather than engaging with the engaging in sense objects outside. Okay, so pull your senses away from the sense organs, just like tortoise pull its limbs inside its cell. Kurumangani sarvasha, like tortoise. This is one of the ways you maintain restraint. Even your taste sense will tell that give me a spicy food, tasty food. Understand? But you have to control it. So that's what is pulling your senses inside. Okay, metaphor is given as tortoise. So this is the suggestion. Then again he says, Vishya vinivartante niraharasya dehinah रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते. Okay. But here there is a problem. Okay. You can pull your senses away from the sense objects, but your mind will be there. You will be thinking about that. For example, you saw something in market which very much attracted you. Okay, I will not buy it because it is not of much use. Okay, it is just for pleasing my sense. It has very low utilitarian value. Okay, utilitarian value is not there. It's just for comfort and all. So you stopped yourself. You did not indulge in it. You did not buy it. But you come back home and your mind is thinking about that. Oh, I should have it. Understand? So you may pull your senses away from the sense objects, but your mind will be there. So for this also suggestion is there. When your mind is fixed on something which is of very, very high value, then you can get rid of this problem. And what is something of very, very high value? That is Brahma, God, or Allah. Learn to fix your mind on Brahma, Allah, or God. Understand? So this way you can be free from desires. Okay. And once you get freedom, liberation from desire, you move yourself very high as far as a spiritual attainment is concerned. A spiritual attainment means what? Getting above the material plane, not being much concerned about body and its need. When I say body and its need, I mean, something which relates to indulgence. Okay. Where, you do things to satisfy your sense organ rather than to live and do something good for your community, for your family, for society, nation, and all. Okay. So this is the suggestion from Lord Krishna to how you can stay away from desires. Okay. So you can stay away from desire uh, by looking at tortoise, how tortoise pulls its limbs inside its shell. Okay. So you should also pull your senses away from the sense objects. But you pulled your senses away from sense object, but your mind will be there. It will be thinking about that sense object. What is the way to get rid of this? You start thinking about something which is of very, very high value. And as I told you, that is God, Brahma, Allah. Okay? So this is the suggestion from Lord Krishna. And then he says, Yat to hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipashchitah indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manah. Okay. But what is the nature of our mind? Even those who are very conscious, very discriminating, their mind also gets forcefully driven towards desires. They also are not able to control their desire. So your mind is very, very powerful. Okay, you don't want to indulge in something, but your mind forces you to do it. And this, all of you might have experienced. I have experienced it, like, when it used to be, exam time. Okay, I will be controlling that I should not go to theater to watch a movie, but if some new movie has come, I don't know. There will be some force, which will draw me to theater. And that's all. I knew that at this time, I should prepare for exam. And I tried my best. I'm talking about when I was in middle school. Okay. But still, I was drawn to theater to watch the movie. This is one example, but many times it happens. So, even those who are discriminate means who understand what is right, what is wrong, they also do which they should not do under the influence of your senses, under the influence of your mind. Understand? So, Lord Krishna is warning also. Boss, this is the nature of your mind. Hmm? And this is how your senses force you to indulge in the sense objects. So then, what is next? Then he says, तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत मत्परः. Hence, you have to be disciplined. You have to uh, keep under control. You have to be disciplined. You have to keep your senses under control. And you should put your mind, you should fix your mind. Where? You should fix your mind to God, to Brahma, to Allah. Okay. So once you fix your mind towards something which is of great, great value, very, very high value, okay, and you relish the taste of that, you will stop desiring about material things which has temporal existence. One day you will get bored of that. Whatever material thing is there, that may give happiness for some time, but after one point of time, you will be bored of it. Or you will wish to change it. Okay. But when you fix your mind on something which is of very, very high value, and when you realize this test, the, the pleasure of fixing your mind there, you will stop desiring. You will get liberation from desire. You will stop getting angry. You will stop getting feared. Understand? So, whatever we talked about, and you will learn to discipline yourself, you will learn to control your mind. Okay. So, this is where, the God thing comes into Gita, Bhagwat Gita. So, basically, it's all about, what kind of mindset, what kind of attitude you have. But to have that mindset and attitude, you have to have faith in God, in Brahma, in Allah. That is the reason you will find that religious people are calmer than atheists. Atheists will be restless, but you will find that religious people are very calm. Those who are actually religious, their mind will not be wavering. They will have a steady mind. They will be satisfied. But atheist will have problem because They don't benefit from this concept of God, Allah, and Brahm. Okay, and it is very, very helpful, and you know, there is benefit, and it has been realized for ages now, by the humankind. Okay, so that's the reason we should believe in God and we must believe in God. Okay, it will make our life uh, pleasurable, I will rather say. It will make our mind cool and calm, and we will be happy and satisfied. Because happiness is inside. Once you become, once you start believing God and have faith in God, the source of happiness you will identify. What is the source of happiness? The real happiness. It is not outside, it is inside. Okay. So with all this, you know, what is the learning with all these verses that we read? We learned how we can maintain a steady mind, a peaceful mind, a mind free from fear, free from worry, liberated from desire. Okay? And once we have all these things, the misery which is there in the world, and major misery is because of instability of our mind, because of wandering of our mind, because of our mind being so much ambitious, so much desirous. Mm. So these verses teaches us how we can free ourselves from misery, mental misery, which causes lot of pain. Understand? So it talks about attributes, and then Lord Krishna at the same time suggests also. He gives medicine also. Okay. How you can acquire these attributes. So that's all about a steady mind. Okay. And that is the topic of, that was the topic of today's session. So with this, we will end the session. Okay. And we will have question answer now.